Yo, 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 what is going on, everybody? Welcome to the Max&JuanCast. We back at it, man. We via Zoom. All right. It's after Thanksgiving. It's Sunday night. We just got done watching a bunch of football. And of course, I'm with my favorite and the best co-host in the world, Max. How you feeling tonight, Max?
I imagine not as good as you're feeling tonight, bro. You guys had a good Thanksgiving. The Eagles did some Eagle shit. I want to talk about it. You're usually the one ranting. Let me rant today. But how was your Thanksgiving, bro? Let me hear about it. How was the Twinkie? How was the mac and cheese?
Look, the mac and cheese was bomb. I had two dinners, like I said. I did the thing at my grandpa's, and then I went over to my brother's, had some turkey. He fried his turkey, man. Shout out to my brother,
I
bro.
heard about that today. I didn't know people fry turkeys like that.
Yeah, dude. People, look, there's very, very bad experiences frying turkey. Some people burn the heck out of them. Some people burn their house down. So if you're gonna fry your turkey, make sure you're experienced. Make sure you know what you're doing. Because number one, you may burn the fucking turkey and ruin Thanksgiving. Or number two, you will burn down your home. Besides the fact, my brother did an amazing job, bro. I didn't see him actually do it. I got the whole aftermath of it, and it was amazing. I thought it tasted really good. Shout out to my aunt who cooked for us on my grandpa's. Her turkey came out amazing. The mac and cheese was bomb. Green beans, biscuits, all of that good stuff. How about yours, bro?
All was good. We went to my sister's mother-in-law's house. Shout out to Harita. She made an amazing spread. Had a ham, had turkey. My mom brought a turkey. There was 2 turkeys. It was great, man. There was mashed potatoes were on point. Desserts were on point. I mean, it don't even matter about the food for me. So you see people, you don't get to see that much. You get the fellowship. You usually get to watch the Raiders lose, but today Thursday decided to win a game. Shout out to Anthony A.B. Brown.
Oh man,
for his big sell. Look, I think we should start with the Thursday games one and work our way to my misery and despair.
Yeah, let's get Thursday over with. So my parlay went to shit. All right.
Oh my god,
with the first game, Bears and Lions.
They called 2 timeouts in a row, bro. They lost the game because those 2 timeouts.
Oh man, yeah. The Bears tried every which way to blow this game, but they came through with it. The Lions. It was tough luck, bro. I mean, DeAndre Swift got hurt in this game. That's a big component of them like winning. You know, that's one of their best players. Probably the best player on the team. He gets hurt. Jared Goff, trash. Andy Dalton wasn't anything special. It was probably the most it was the most emptiest 300-yard game by a quarterback I've ever seen in my life.
Is Goff the worst quarterback in the league?
Yeah, probably. Who's worse?
I've never seen a quarterback get managed so much during that game. That was insane. They were managing.
He's not trying to get managed though. Like low key, like he has probably the free reins to do whatever. He only missed 4 passes.
One, be real, bro. How many times did you see like 3rd and 8 where they just run the ball, or like 2nd and like 14? Let's just do a little run play, bro. Let's not air it out. Goff is awful. He threw a touchdown to Hawkinson one, and it was like a wobbly-ass knuckleball, and it's like, Jesus, bro. Yeah. I think they would have won that game with a healthy DeAndre Swift, and maybe not.
It would have made a big difference. It would have made a huge difference.
2 timeout in a row penalties was like a joke.
Right. But Lions come out with a loss, man. Are they going to go 0-16?
Again? They could, man. I'm rooting for them because you know what? I'm not even trying.
You're rooting for them to lose?
No. I'm rooting for Dan Campbell to keep his job. Okay. I don't mind him, bro.
Yeah.
Like, I've seen a lot of 0-16 teams, bro. Like, we could go back. You know what? I'm gonna pull it up while you talk in a minute. The Cleveland Browns, who went 0-16, won. I'm gonna look up their schedule. I just want to see their results
Yeah.
because this Detroit team is like they play hard, bro. They haven't quit
You know
yet.
what though? The year that they went 0-16, the Detroit Lions, they had a couple of they had fight in them too, to be honest. Those Lions weren't getting blown out every week.
Yeah, bro. I'm
Some of the
I'm
games
looking
where
at
they
the
had John Kitna, like they were in it.
Yeah, bro. I'm looking at these Browns, man. They had a couple blowouts, but they were still competitive. Hugh Jackson didn't get fired. I know they were a different story. I feel like this Brown team is probably worse than that Cleveland team, bro. I mean, this Lions team is worse than this Browns team,
I
man.
get you. Yeah. No, 100%. I mean, I wonder what the odds are to bet that they're going to go 0-16. I don't think so either. Let's just take a look at their schedule really fast before we move on. They got who they got next week. They have the Minnesota Vikings. It's probably an L, honestly. Broncos, Cardinals, Falcons, Seahawks, Packers.
Okay, look. I think they got a chance to win all those games except the Packers. Maybe I think they got a chance to win all those games, bro. I really
Really?
maybe not the Vikings. I think you don't think they can get the Broncos?
Um, they can. I don't think so, man. I think the recipe for them. No, I take that back. No, you're right. Because their best chance of winning is playing a team like Chicago, like bad offense, but they got a good defense.
And
Like
I
they
think
can
they could
manage that.
get the Cardinals only in the sense that like it's right by Christmas, they come out a little flat and they just sneak up on a team. I mean,
Yeah,
every game
and
they got to sneak up on a team.
maybe the Falcons. They can get the Falcons if Cordell Patterson is hurt.
So good. He was so good today, man. But
Yeah.
yeah, the Lions, it's kind of a tradition. I watch them lose on Thanksgiving. To be
Should they get stripped of that game?
No, I think it's too much of a tradition at this point, ain't it? I
Yeah.
mean, if I feel like the Cowboys should always play. Is there another team? Maybe Pitt. I don't know. I wonder how Pittsburgh never really got brought up and like they should always play because they're like one of the historic. I think the Raiders should always play too.
Yeah, the Raiders
Would you be
usually
mad if
what
the Raiders and Cowboys played every year on Thanksgiving?
I want to be mad at all.
I don't know
It'll
why
be
that's
a
not a thing. It's like a marquee matchup.
well, that's a perfect transition. Let's talk about the Raiders and Cowboys, man. Amazing game. Went into overtime, final score of 36-33. We came into this game, and yes, I want to emphasize we, as in America, as in the Max and Juan cast, almost everyone that probably wasn't in that Raiders building was expecting the Cowboys to win, even with Amari Cooper out and CeeDee Lamb on the fence of being out. So when we previewed this game on Wednesday, there was talks that there's a chance that he can play and pass concussion protocol. That wasn't the case. It came out late that night or either early in the morning on Thursday that he did not pass the concussion protocol. So CeeDee Lamb was out for this game. So no Amari Cooper, no CeeDee Lamb. Everyone thought the Cowboys were going to blow out the Raiders. The Raiders lost 3 straight. They looked lifeless. They did not look like the same team that blew out the Eagles after the bye week.
Hey,
It
come on. You
what?
have to say that.
Why?
You don't want to talk
It's
about my Eagles
true.
like that. You don't
It's
talk about them
true.
like that. What a blowout.
I
Just
thought the
the
camera
score
messed
wasn't
up the way
indicative of
the
the
way that you
game.
stopped me. I thought something happened technical wise. I was like, "What the hell happened?"
No, man. It's just messed up, man. Leave my Eagles alone, but continue.
Yeah, we'll get into the Eagles later, but the Raiders came out on fire, bro. They came out with some life to start off the game. 50, what was it? Let me see. A 56-yard touchdown to Deshaun Jackson to open up this game, man. And it was just one of those games where Derek Carr was on one, bro. He threw for 373 yards. The defense came out with some life. I think we started off with a 3-and-out. Potentially, we could start this game out 21-6 if we wanted to. We still had some red zone woes, but when it's all said and done, by the third and fourth quarter, Dallas was getting back in it. like Dak Prescott. He threw for 375 yards. Zeke Elliott, 9 carries for 25 yards. Tony Pollard had 10 carries for 36 yards. Tony Pollard also had a kickoff return in this game. Why didn't the Cowboys play Tony Pollard more, bro?
You got to ask Mike McCarthy, man.
My goodness.
This is a very talented Cowboy team. I know they have their holes on defense, but we've been kind of giving Mike McCarthy credit, but he kind of showed his ugly head today. I felt like he didn't challenge that one play. I feel like he doesn't get talked about one as a coach who's won a Super Bowl, which is crazy to say. Like they treat him like he's like a walking buffoon.
Well, it happened so long ago. But you know what? I get you because I mean, even look at a guy like Mike Tomlin. Like how long ago was his Super Bowl win? That was
Like
a while back.
2011, right? 2011.
Yeah, it was before Mike McCarthy.
No, I think it was a year after. Yeah, it was before, right?
Yeah, it was the year before Mike McCarthy, and we don't talk about Mike Tomlin like that.
Well, because he like flamed out of like Green Bay with Aaron Rodgers talking shit about him.
I mean, you getting fired as a coach is, it's a bad look. But Mike McCarthy again just mismanaged this team, man. I thought that Dak Prescott played amazing. He was missing some balls here and there, but he was the main reason why they were even in this game. Let's see what else. What else the penalties. This game combined had the most penalties out of any game this year. It was horrible calls on both sides, including the horrible call on the Raiders where they called a false start on our center for moving his head, which you can do, and Anthony Brown getting called for a NFL history 4 defensive PIs. Never in the history of the NFL, Max, has a cornerback got called for 4 PIs. That's insane.
The last one was egregious. I didn't think it was PI one. I know you're a Raider fan. The last one I did not think was PI. I think he was there. Zay Jones grabbed him's head. I feel like, though, if you throw the ball and the cornerback's head's not turned and the receiver slows down, you're going to get it every freaking time.
Oh, yeah. That's why.
I mean, there's no doubt he's playing awful technique right there. Like, you have to see the ball. But I feel like you have 3, the refs are like, this guy again, here it come.
I thought 3 of them were legit. The one that he picked off the ball in the end zone, that was the one I felt like, I was like, man, they shouldn't have called that. The one on D-Jax. But yeah, it was just the way they were calling the game, dude. It was horrible calls on both sides. Both teams fought through it. They went into overtime. And I think the play of the game really that saved it for the Raiders, honestly, was the kickoff. They kicked it off to Tony Pollard again in overtime. And Nate Hobbs made an incredible tackle within the 12 or 10 yard line. And they got a holding penalty that moved them to half a distance to the goal. And that set up the defense. I felt like that was the key point. Special teams was just the key. Daniel Carlson was lights out and AJ Cole was lights out for the Raiders. I think that was a very underrated aspect of the game that no one really talked about.
I was thinking about this one, and maybe if you want to do it right now, if we were going to steal the scouting department for each position group in the NFL, who would you steal for quarterbacks? Because I feel like with the Raiders, I'm stealing them for special teams.
Yeah.
They might be a trash organization for the last 30 years with the results and stuff. Not that they're a trash organization, but just they had some really bad years.
Yeah.
They always had the best punter and kicker in the league. Always have had top tier. Janikowski, Leckler, AJ Cole, Marquette King for a little stretch.
Yeah.
I just don't get how they always have those guys, man. AJ Cole's a weapon, dude.
Even back to Ray Guy.
Ray Guy. Changed the game with Ray Guy.
Yeah.
Only
no, I feel you.
I
mean, right? AJ Cole's the best punter in the league this year.
Oh, I don't even think it's close. I mean, no one's going to talk about punting, but when you have a weapon who can shift the field from the 25 to the 10, That's important.
Yeah. And Derek
So
Carr played lights out. I mean, I think it's obvious. The Raiders are not a talented enough team where they can win in multiple ways. The recipe for the Raiders to win is Derek Carr playing good. And that's the only way it's going to happen. It's not the Cleveland Browns where we can win with 200 yards rushing and Derek Carr can only throw for like 150 yards. He needs to have a great game. Derek Carr plays well, the Raiders play well. That's my opinion.
you called out Abram and Josh Jacobs. What do you think of their
Yeah.
performance?
Josh Jacobs' performance was well. It wasn't fantastic. There was a lot of missed opportunities with him, man. Like there was a missed opportunity where he could have caught a ball and ran it for a touchdown for about 60 yards downfield, and he just straight up dropped it. Jonathan Abram, amazing in the box. I found out Jonathan Abram leads the NFL in DBs for tackles, leading tackler for DBs. But he is god awful in coverage still. I'm so glad Corey Littleton actually called them out during the game. I don't know exactly what he said, but they were getting into it during the
That's what I
game.
was saying. I thought at that point when you guys were going to lose the game because when you start seeing that shit pop up, you're
Yeah,
like, oh my God, this is bad.
yeah. It's obviously he's lost in coverage. He doesn't know the calls, or I don't know if it's his technique. I feel like it's everything, man. He's just really bad in space. And they should really consider moving him to just straight linebacker instead of him playing at the safety position because he's killing us in coverage, man. He gets absolutely torched. But I mean, this particular game, he played amazing in the box. Like on the 2 point conversion, he made a great play, and that's his game. Like playing near the line of scrimmage, taking out a blocker, and making a great play behind the backfield. But him in coverage, him as a ball hog, no go. I'm glad, man. Look, I'm not gonna get so high on the Raiders. They're 6-5. They still have a chance to get into the playoffs, but there's a lot of things that the Raiders need to clean up. Uh, Great teams, Max, can win multiple ways. That's why we love the Arizona Cardinals. They win multiple ways. Kyler Murray doesn't have to play amazing. They don't have to have so many yards rushing. Like the Raiders have one way of winning, and that's Derek Carr playing good. There's no other way. It's not like their defense can come out and win a game for us.
It's really
Or
unfair to Carr, too, because
it
anytime he
is.
doesn't play amazing, it's just
It's
like, wow.
it's
Like the
all on
Chiefs
his
won a game
shoulders.
this year where Patrick Mahomes threw for like 110 yards or
Yeah.
118 yards, whatever. Derek Carr never has that luxury, man.
It's not gonna happen. And for all those Carr haters out there that are calling for his head, I mean, just look deeper into the context of it, man. I think if you don't think that everything's on his shoulders with this team, I don't know what you're seeing because it's obvious we're undefeated when he throws for 300 plus yards, Max. Like he plays well, we play well, you know, and the great teams out there they win multiple ways, and that's not the Raiders. And on the other side, for the Cowboys, 7-4, did we push the panic button?
No, there's no need to panic. Like, I understand the Raiders have floundered in recent weeks, but 3 weeks ago we were like, this is a good football team. This is a team that almost beat the Chiefs. This is a team that went toe to toe with the Ravens and beat them. The Raiders are, I would say, a solid team. They're not good, they're not bad, but they're tough. They're tough to beat.
But what about the Cowboys? Do you press
I
the
don't think the
panic button?
Cowboys, what are you worrying about, man? You had you lost the game. You lost a close game on Thanksgiving. You had some miscues. I was talking to our boy Dak about the shout out to him. He's already off the bandwagon. He's done. He's done.
Really?
He told me he's done. I was telling him I think you guys have a lot of money tied up in some people who don't produce for you. You have a
Yeah.
lot of money tied up in Zeke, a lot of money tied up in DeMarcus Lawrence.
Yeah.
They had a lot of money tied up in Jalen Smith. What happened to him?
Micah Parsons is amazing, though. That's
Oh
a
my
guy they
God.
need to tie up some
I
money
feel
in.
like he's everything Jalen Smith was supposed to be, man.
Yeah.
I know
But
Jalen Smith had
just,
a year or two that he was really good, but he fell
yeah.
off a cliff. And Micah Parsons is a real deal. I don't know what position he plays. He's D end, outside linebacker, nose tackle, sometimes middle. Will inside linebacker, Will linebacker, whatever.
Mhm.
Playmaker, game changer on defense. He's their best player on defense, I think it's safe to say.
Yeah. But man, the Cowboys are extremely lucky, man, because I mean, just going through their schedule, their best win, Max,
Be the Patriots, no?
honestly, Patriots, yeah. Just look at the teams that they lost and beat. They lost to the Bucs. Close game, amazing game, but opening night. Beat the Chargers by 3. That was a controversial penalty game. Beat the Eagles, that's nothing special. Beat the Panthers, that's nothing special. Giants, Patriots, okay, but you caught the Patriots at a different stage. Vikings, not that special. You lost to the Broncos. You beat the Falcons, nothing special. You lost to the Chiefs. You lost to the Raiders. They play the Saints next week, who are a shell of themselves. Washington's no good. The Giants are no good. They play Washington again, and then they play the Cardinals, and then they finish off with the Eagles. So we're only going to really see one more test with the Cardinals, and who knows, the Cardinals may even have the NFC locked up at that point. So let's even see if they even play anyone. This team may go, I would say, 12-5,
I
and
think 12
everyone's
and
going to think
5,
that they're an
11
amazing
and
team.
6. Yeah, I think you're talking about the Cowboys, right? 12 and 5, 11 and 6.
Yeah.
I think that's a good record for them. They've had some cupcake schedules, and next week they play the Saints, you said? On Thursday
Yeah.
night, I believe.
Right.
And Saints have no running backs. They don't have a quarterback.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Saint fans. I think this team's done. I don't think you guys have it this year. A lot of injuries. You can't win without Kamara. Trevor Simeon's your quarterback, dude. Good luck.
Yeah.
Sean Payton can work magic. He's kept them competitive in games they had no business being competitive in. But it's over for the Saints, man. And Buffalo whooped that ass. Josh Allen played pretty good. The defense played good. Only gave up 6 points. Yeah, I don't know what to say, man.
It was a train wreck, just like my parlay. That did it in for me. But yeah, the Saints, I think their season was lost when they lost Jameis Winston. Who would have known that Jameis Winston was this important to them? I mean,
Shockingly, I never thought I'd hear that sentence again. But
really?
honestly, if I was them, I would punt the season. I wouldn't punt it, but I would just try to get Taysom back there and see if he can make some magic, bro. I don't know why they haven't done it. I know he's really banged up, but when he gets healthy, F Simeon, dude. He's done.
Exactly. But overall, some pretty good games. I mean, the last game was trash, but the first two were competitive, especially the Raider game. It was a great game to watch. Most watched game since 1990, I believe.
There's like 38 million people tuned in, which is crazy.
That's unbelievable.
They didn't even get that much for a finals game. NBA.
Jeez, I know, not even close to that. But let's move on to Sunday. Let's start off with the Bucs and the Colts, man. This lived up to the expectations. Amazing game. It was tight all the way through. Going into halftime, I believe the Colts were up 10. And at that point, Carson Wentz already threw 3 touchdowns.
Yep.
What was your mindset going into the second half?
I was a little nervous because the Bucs are just a very good team. I thought the Colts had the game wrapped up. They were driving, and Shaq Barrett stripped Wentz, and the game they got life because they went down and scored. The Bucs won the third quarter. They were up by 7 they were up by 4. They went 14-0 in the third. Colts fought back, but they gave the ball to Brady last, and it was a recipe for disaster. I know Bill Simmons and all the people out there who fucking think Carson Wentz sucks are going to say, he threw 2 interceptions. One was the second interception he threw. Do you know?
No.
The last play of the game when he threw a Hail Mary.
Yeah.
And do you know the first interception he threw?
No.
When Michael Pittman got mossed by MJ.
Edwards. Yeah, that was an amazing
but again,
play.
I don't think that's a bad pick. It's like, man, you threw it up there for him. Like, I would expect Michael Pittman to get that shit 9 times out of 10.
Right.
Carson Wentz played really freaking well, man. He's not the reason the Colts are 6-6.
No, he is not the main reason why. I think this game came down to the Colts defense and the
They're too
Bucs
predictable.
defense.
They play too much zone.
Yeah. And I was kind of aiming at this for a couple weeks now with the Colts defense, saying how they're really turnover dependent and they're not as sound as people think. And I think that showed today. One guy that I got to give props that's legit regardless, Darius Leonard. I think I was wrong. I can be a big boy and say I can admit when I was wrong. Darius Leonard is the best linebacker in football. It's not Fred Warner. Darius Leonard is the best linebacker in the National Football League. He is a freaking maniac, like his nickname is. He's all over the place, man. He's freaking amazing.
I think Devin White has more athletic than him. Fred Warner might be better in coverage. But overall, bro, there's no one who's around the ball, makes more plays than Darius Leonard. I'm with you on that one. I love Darius Leonard. I think the Colts had this game won, and they kept giving the Bucs life. Zach
Yeah.
Pascal fumble after a catch and run. Carson Wentz gets strip sacked. Naheem Hines muffs a fucking punt. It was
And to
so
be honest, like the Colts had this, it worked in the first half. Like they had success doing it, but the first half, it wasn't really the Jonathan Taylor show.
not at all. He was getting
They,
stuffed.
yeah, they not necessarily stuff though. I just felt like they weren't giving them the ball all that much. But I mean, credit to them. They had a big play to dueling. With Carson Wentz. Like Carson Wentz had 3 touchdowns already. So like they were having success throwing the ball, but the second half, that's when they turned on the Jonathan Taylor, and that's when he really got going because he only had 16 carries for 83 yards.
Which isn't even a bad
Maybe
game. Just a bad game by his standard.
yeah, and I think the Colts were they weren't really playing their game. You're not going to win a game like that, like with Carson Wentz throwing that much.
I disagree,
And
bro. They were in the driver's seat, and they just kept giving him life with turnovers, with dumb turnovers, like a muff
yeah,
punt. Like
playoff
strip.
Lenny came out to play week 12. Lenny.
Dude, he's so good. I honestly think, he's a top 10 running back in the league. He's really freaking good. He has a
At
lot of
times he
skill.
does. He looked like it today.
Dude, people act like he got cut because he sucked. He got cut because he was done with Jacksonville. He was the 4th pick in the draft 5 years ago. He's a really
I
talented football player. He's got speed. How many times does he get hit and he just gets a couple more yards, man?
yeah. I think he got cut for a lot of reasons though.
But I
I
don't think it
think
was like play though. He was a good football player.
he was a good football player, but I don't think the production was there for where they picked him. And
I mean,
I
come
would
on, dude.
say
Come on.
I
Don't
would
come
say
on.
no, but
He had to run into 11-man boxes every play.
yeah, but him clearing waivers is a big deal. Like the fact that no one even
Well, he's a
picked them
running
up off
back.
of
Come
waivers.
on. Playoff Lenny.
Yeah, yeah, you're right though.
He's
Running back
playoff
does play a
Rondo.
part.
He's Rajon Rondo. That's his comp.
I mean, running backs are weird, dude. Running backs are weird. One week they'll look good, and another week they don't. Because some games he doesn't, he just doesn't have it. In this game, he was rolling, man. He looked like one of the best running backs in the league. But yeah, playoff Lenny, man, he was huge. 17 carries for 100 yards, 3 touchdowns on the ground, 1 touchdown receiving. Brady seemed like he was just throwing the Gronk all day. Gronk had 7 receptions for 123 yards. The Bucs are 8-3. The Colts are 6-6. Let me pull this up for the audience who are watching us on YouTube. So the playoff picture right now, the Cardinals are the number 1 seed in the NFC, and the Ravens are the number 1 seed in the AFC. So there's a lot of teams in the hunt. I can't believe the Atlanta Falcons are still in the hunt, man. They're one, they're one game. They're basically tied with the Vikings, bro. That is insane.
The NFC is usually not this bad, man.
Yeah. No, but the NFC every after 5 it drops.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
easily.
And let's go into that because I'm glad I called this game. Green Bay and the LA Rams. Probably the game of the week. Everyone was looking forward to this one in Lambeau Field. The Rams go down of a final score of 28-36. Max, thoughts on this game?
Aaron Rodgers Still got it, bro. And the Rams need to figure themselves out. I'm not going to sit here and blame Odell for this loss. He had nothing to do with it. He had a decent game. The Rams just need to figure themselves out, man. The defense taking a step back. The offense is taking a step back since the first 5 weeks of the season. They're 7-4. They're not a bad football team, but right now they're not the best team in the NFC. I've been wrong. I've been kind of sticking with them because I believe in the talent, but it's just not working right now. I think
Yeah.
McVay needs to look himself in the mirror. I think Stafford's really banged up. He needs to get healthy. And I just don't like the way they've been playing, man. And the running backs are bad. They have shitty running
Three
back.
three straight losses. This is a third loss. Green Bay, man, Rashawn Gary continues to make strides. Had a huge
He
strip
kind
sack
of whipped
fumble.
Whitworth's ass today on.
Yeah, he did, man. Credit to him. And this is what I'm talking about. The Green Bay Packers can win multiple ways. Great teams can win multiple ways. Green Bay today, like Aaron Rodgers didn't play all that amazing. Would you say so, Max?
Thought he played really good, but you're right. It's not like he carried them to this. The defense
Yeah,
stepped up. The running
defense
backs had a
stepped
good
up, man.
game. And again, though, the Rams shot themselves in the foot a couple times with a muff punt,
Pick six, that killed
pick
them.
six.
Stafford
Just
throwing that pick six sealed it.
yeah, it was just stupid shit.
Yeah,
I think
and
they really do miss Robert Woods. I think they're going to be okay. Van Jefferson
yeah,
looked really good today. Odell had some plays, but man, the Packers are a really good team. It just sucks, man. I'm just kind of worried when they get to the playoffs. And Bakhtiari, is he going to be there? They already lost their all pro guard. It's
yeah.
just a little tough, man.
It's really the run game, like you said. Darrell Henderson. Earlier in the year when they were having that success, they were able to run the ball, and lately on this 3-game skid, they have not been able to run the ball
Not
effectively
at all.
at all. And it's all on the shoulders of Stafford, really. And Stafford's trying to throw the ball 35 plus times with a receiver that just got there 2.5 weeks ago. Like he's literally their second option.
And it's not like McVay one was ever this guy who was like super aired out. He was, let's
Yeah,
get the run game going. Let's hit some quick screens.
yeah.
Shit, they could use
So
Todd Gurley right now. A healthy Todd Gurley.
yeah, and Green Bay is 9-3. They're sitting pretty, man. Minnesota Vikings did them a favor and lost today, so it looks like their division's gonna be wrapped up. Honestly, they're number 2. They're gonna be fighting for that number 1 seed, and this is probably the first time in this little LaFleur era that the Packers are gonna go 13-3, and they're gonna have some impressive wins.
It
Because
really is one. You're right.
yeah, because usually every year the Packers go 13-3, and they didn't beat anyone
They
good,
get
and their
blown out by the
losses are bad.
Niners. They get blown out by 3 really good teams.
Yes,
And it's
and
just
they
like,
have
wow, so you guys are just feast on the poor guys. I think you're
yeah,
right. They have the division wrapped up. If you want to hit the Vikings game, it was funny
yeah.
that,
Let's hit it.
we'll talk about this last. The Jimmy G report came out today, and it's just like, wow, so surprising. Debo Samuel, he got hurt he hurt his groin. I think he'll be okay, but man, he's such a good football player. Niners are they're kind of coming together. I know they haven't had the most impressive of wins, but they're coming together at the right time, it seems like.
Yeah, they're figuring things out. I mean, this is a team that's kind of found its identity. I think that's the best way to phrase it. I don't think they're gonna be a contender for a Super Bowl. I
I don't
honestly
think
don't
so
think
either.
that, because I think this is a team that needs a lot of things to happen to win. And Jimmy Garoppolo, if he continues to play quarterback, him throw there's gonna be a game where he needs to throw the ball more than 26 times, and it's gonna be trouble. I thought this game was gonna spiral out of control when he threw that first pick to Harrison Smith.
I do too. And Kirk Cousins did return the favor later in the game one.
Kirk Cousins, it was bad. Did you see him line up under the guard?
Yeah, he was so so disoriented.
This is
Like
the
it
first
kind of
time I seen Justin Jefferson very visually frustrated with Kirk Cousins today.
I mean, Kirk Cousins has been having a really good year. I have to say, I'm not going to be a Kirk Cousins hater, but games like this, you kind of wish you could be the kind of guy who'd win the game for you. And Dalvin
Yes.
Cook went out one. Looks like he's going to be done for a while. And they lost Deebo Samuel in like the third quarter. I thought they were going to take control of the game after that. And if he's out for a long stretch of time, they're kind of screwed because they're handing him the ball. He rushed for 60 yards today. He didn't have a big game receiving, but he does so much for this team, like you always say. You always say his impact goes beyond what he does with stats.
It really is, man. And Elijah Mitchell, I mean, freaking workhorse, bro.
Bro,
One of the
is
most.
it really Elijah Mitchell one, or is it Shanahan?
It is a part of Shanahan, but
Because
I mean,
look,
when they
I'll
don't
say this
have him,
about
they don't run
Deebo.
the ball that effectively.
They had Deebo, man, and there's runs where he don't get touched up the sideline. Like Shanahan's the best run game coach in the league. I like Elijah Mitchell, though. One, I agree with you. I'm just saying, I think a lot of it's Shanahan. He just makes it a little bit better. Because if they had Trey
Yeah.
Sermon back there, they would not be doing this.
And shout out to Ayuk. Ayuk is
Showed
figuring it
up.
out, man. He's finding his place. He had 3 receptions for 91 yards. They were big yards. Like they were really big catches for them. And that's what they need. This is what the Niners need. They're 6-5. They're in the playoff hunt, man. As of right now, if the playoffs ended, they'll be the 6th seed. And that it's huge, man. This is what you want. You want to be able to get this 1 year with Jimmy G and at least make the playoffs.
Shockingly, one, and I'm being sarcastic, they plan to trade him. Why would they do that, one? Why? He's so good.
I know, right?
I'm not going to spend more than a minute.
Did that
That's so
report really
stupid.
come out?
Yeah, it really
after the
came
game?
out. They plan to move on from him. Well, no fucking shit. Why would you keep a guy who sucks and is
Right.
blocking the way and eats up cap space? Why? Because you went to a Super Bowl and you guys lost? Get the hell out of here, man. They should have done it this year, one.
Right. Let's hit some quick thoughts, okay? Really quick. Just a little recaps of the game. We don't have to spend that much time. The Bengals whoop on the Pittsburgh Steelers 41-10. Thoughts on
Steelers
that
are
game, really
donezo,
quick.
bro. Steelers are donezo. Big Ben is donezo.
Oh man, I hate to say it, but I think you're right, man. The Bengals look good. Joe Mixon had an amazing game. Bengals get into the playoffs, man. Get some experience. Get some experience for Joe Burrow. I think the future is super bright for the Bengals. The bad part is that they play in the AFC North, and you got to deal with the Ravens and Lamar Jackson. It looks like the tables are going to be turning in that division, though. You thought it was going to be the Browns, but I think slowly but surely we're finding out that it's probably going to be the Bengals and the Ravens fighting for that division for years to come.
I think so too, Juan. I think so too. I
Yeah.
said this game was going to be a very decisive game, and they came out and they whooped on the Steelers. They didn't just whoop the Pittsburgh's offense ass; they whooped Steelers' defense ass too. I thought.
Yeah, and TJ Watt played.
Yeah.
Titans and Patriots, man. Patriots 6 straight wins in a row. They beat the Tennessee Titans 36-13. This game was not close.
What's your
I feel
favorite
like
Thanksgiving food, Juan?
Mac and cheese.
I watched him today, bro. I had my eye very closely on this game. You know what? F you, Joey. You're not even close, bro. This fool's accurate. Jimmy G ain't accurate, man. He delivers lasers all over the effing field, one.
Yeah.
He's the best rookie quarterback to come out. It's that simple, man. It's not even close right now. And for Tannehill on the Titans side, kind of sucks when you don't have Henry, Brown, or Julio. That's not really
they're
fair
depleted.
to judge Tannehill.
Yeah, and they, you know what? At a certain point, I bet a lot of Titans fans thought they were going to win this game. They had 270 yards rushing, Max. That's Tannehill. Tannehill didn't even throw for 100. He had 93 yards.
They had 200 yards, but both those guys, I believe, coughed up the freaking ball.
Yeah.
And that's the difference. They had big runs. They coughed it up. Derrick Henry has big runs. He holds on to the ball, man.
Watch out for the Patriots, man. Next week,
8-4.
marquee game.
These might be your daddy's Patriots.
Might be your daddy's Patriots, man. Watch out, Buffalo Bills. I'm so excited for that game next week. Panthers, Dolphins. Dolphins got a little bit of a win streak. 4 in a row.
I picked the Panthers.
You picked the Panthers, bro. They winded up benching Cam Newton in this 33-10 blowout.
You like that one?
33-10 blowout.
You like this?
What is it? Let me see.
Oh, sorry.
Superman.
Yeah, Super King. Whoa, my God, man. This is the Dolphins defense I expected to see for most of the year, Juan.
Man, they look
Hey,
good,
everyone,
man.
Tua didn't play that good. I'm not trying to be a hater. That defense whooped. The defense could have won this game by itself. It was that
They
bad.
Carolina should have only had 7 points. There was a horrible fumble that Tua had at the end of the half that literally handed Carolina 3 points. Um, yeah, this game was a blowout. Not much on it. Carolina's season is done. It's a damn shame because their defense is pretty good. For years to come, man, find a quarterback. Let's see what happens. I think they should trade Christian McCaffrey. Honestly, I really do think that. I think they can get some value for him, get some draft picks. Maybe even throw him in the Deshaun Watson trade. Who knows? Panther season is done though. They're falling off the rails. Cam is not going to save you. Miami, on the other hand, I was saying it for the preview. Don't be surprised if they wind up going 7-7. They were 1-7 at one point, Max. Their schedule coming up. They got the Giants, the Jets, the Saints, the Titans, the Patriots.
Well, Juan, the Giants are fucking rolling, so pencil that in for an L.
Well, let's go ahead and transition to that game. Wasn't a blowout, but Max's Eagles took a L, bro. I was scared of this. I was so scared of picking the Eagles, man, because I had this feeling. I had this weird feeling that the Giants were going to come out and beat the Eagles, and it happened.
They
Jalen
did
Hurts
not beat the Eagles. We beat ourselves because we fucking sucked today. Jalen Reagor doing his best Nelson Aguilar impression twice. Freaking twice.
A lot of Jalen Reagor today, honestly.
Bum today. Just, you know what? In general, bum. Jalen Hurts was so effing bad today. So freaking bad. I still like what I've seen the last 3 weeks, but today it was catastrophic bad for him. He should have been benched. He was so fucking bad. He threw a pick with no time and a half. We were on the 10-yard line. There's 10 seconds and a half. He rolls out and decides to throw a pick instead of throwing the ball out of bounds. It's 3 points. And he also threw a pick another time we were in the red zone. That's another 3 points. We lost by 6.
Yeah.
We would have won this game if he just didn't turn over the ball twice right there. And they were stupid fucking picks.
Yeah, they were. They were
God,
really
man,
dumb.
that pissed me off.
When
Our
Jalen
defense played their hearts out today, Juan. We only gave up 13 points.
Yeah. Jalen Hurts, when you throw the ball 31 times with Jalen Hurts, you're not going to win like that. He's not that type of quarterback.
He had a 17 QBR. 17.
Yeah. Terrible.
And like I said, Eagles, the Giants front kind of stifled the Eagles run game, I thought. Like, we didn't run the ball that effectively. I really felt like that. I know we had 200 yards. I understand that.
Yeah.
We barely moved the fucking ball all day. We move it one drive. It just didn't. Like, you take away 77 yards for Jalen Hurts. We had 25 for 130. That's not. You're not gashing him. I'm sorry. It did not feel like that. I watched the whole game. It just was a little deceiving, man.
Yeah. I know, Max, that you said don't panic on the Cowboys, and people shouldn't be worried. They have the division locked up. I just felt like the Eagles had a golden opportunity.
Yes, we did.
Here.
Yes,
you know, just to make some noise, just to make it interesting. And you guys could have, like, this game was so pivotal for you guys. And you guys could have at least made the game meaningful. I'm not saying you guys can beat the Cowboys.
Turnovers, stupid turnovers, just costumes today. The Colts had a stupid turnover. The Rams. Every Eagles turnover was stupid. Boston Scott coughing up the effing ball. We were driving down the field, bro.
Yeah, 100%. Let's go over 3 games, and then we'll talk a little.
How was my rant, by the way? I was trying to do my best one imitation.
It was good. A little bit more F-bombs needed, but you're good.
Okay, I'll work on that. I'm sorry.
Falcons and Jags. Falcons win. They got Cordell Patterson back.
I have to admit, I did omit this game from the pick'em. I'm sorry. I forgot to put it on there.
Did we really miss it?
Can you blame me, bro?
Yeah, no. Did we really did not? We didn't pick this game.
No, he didn't.
Oh
I'm
my
so sorry.
gosh, we fucking
I would have
up.
picked the Falcons because fuck the Jags. That's why. Yo, Trevor Lawrence is developing some very not good habits, Juan.
Yeah,
I
he
think
threw.
he's in that Carson Wentz thing where it's like, I'm gonna put the team on my back, and it's like,
Yeah,
no, you're not Aaron Rodgers yet. You're throwing some very stupid picks, and then there's plays like you see there's a few plays every game where like this kid is magic,
yeah.
but he's surrounded by crap. Urban Meyer sucks. They had a penalty for trying to leap over the field goal line, extend the drive touchdown. You gotta love that, don't you?
Gotta love it. Yeah, Jags suck. Falcons, they're not a good team still. They have Cordell Patterson. That's it.
Don't
Don't be
forget
fooled.
Pitts.
Yeah, but I feel like they're just so different with him though. With Cordero.
Oh my god. Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
Dude,
Uh,
he might get some all pro votes from me this year.
he definitely should make the Pro Bowl. A Jets win.
Yes,
Texans
sir.
lose. I'm so mad. I was low key looking at this game a lot because I was like, freaking Max, he's going to get me on this one. And you did. You got me. The Jets win 21-14. Texans had a chance to win this, man. They just didn't make enough plays to win it.
It was
Uh,
not a good game. It
it
was
really
ugly.
wasn't. It really wasn't. Shout out to the Jets. They got 3 wins, man. I can't believe it. The Texans are 2 and
They have the
9.
same record as Seattle on.
That's insane.
Or they have the same amount of wins as Seattle right now. They still have to play Seattle, but
Jeez.
shout out to Jamal.
Yeah, shout out to Jamal Adams, man. Only making the playoffs once in his career. It's probably going to stay that way for a
That was
while.
last year. He's
I know.
hey, do not punish him for the first 4 years with the Jets, bro. Come on.
Yeah, but still, you remember when he was saying that? Like, it's so much different, like, actually having a chance to go to the playoffs.
That
And
quote
it's just
didn't age
like,
well. Did not
yeah,
age well.
didn't age well at all. Let's move on to one of the shockers of the day. Max kind of called it. Kind of. He picked his Chargers. I picked the Chargers also, but they
I
lost,
can't. I
man.
gotta stop picking these fuckers, bro.
Yeah, man. They
Hey, I'm
lost
still
13 to
up.
28.
I've still won 6 games where I picked them.
What's wrong with Justin Herbert?
What? Nothing. What's wrong with him? Tell
You know
me.
what? I'm convinced that it's their coaching staff. I can't remember who their offense coordinator is, but I
It's
seen an
Lombardi,
interesting
isn't it?
stat. No, Lombardi. Oh yeah, I think you're right. I think it is
It's Joe
Lombardi.
Lombardi.
So I seen a stat today that said Herbert is top 5
Oh,
in
when he throws the ball down the field, but he throws the ball downfield the least or something. That one.
in air yards. Like he's the bottom 5 in air yards, but
Also,
attempts
one.
he's
It's
high.
Hoybut. It's also
It's
pronounced Hoybut.
Hoybut. Yeah, and I think that's so glaring for a team that has a quarterback like that. Because the case is not like, oh, he can't throw the ball deep. It's just like, what is going on in LA? Like, why is their offense struggling like this? And
Well, they can't run the ball first of all, which isn't help. And then they don't
yeah,
really have a. Do you think they're really missing like a speedy wide receiver?
no, I think they're missing a complementary, like another running back with Eckler. Like, I feel like Melvin Gordon will be pretty good for them, honestly. As
I mean,
crazy as
like
that sounds.
Justin Herbert led them in rushing day, 36 yards. I wouldn't
Yeah,
say the
that's
Broncos defense is that good. The Eagles just ran for 250 yards on them. Easy.
yeah,
Wasn't even a
that's a
game.
no go. Drew
And then
Lock
Drew
played in
Lock
this
came
game.
in and did his like awful little thing he did. As soon as he came in, I was talking to Dak for a minute. And I was like, bro, watch, you don't fumble or something. Fumble, first play. It was a first down though. So I
Yeah,
guess that's the Drew Lock experience.
and shout out to Javonte Williams. He's he's a star, man. He can be a star. They just need to play him more. This kid has it. He has it, man. 14 carries for 54 yards, a touchdown, and then in the receiving game, 3 catches for 57. He had a 42 long reception.
Oh, the screen he caught? That was nice.
Yes. Yeah, man. I don't get it with the Broncos with that. Their defense is good though, man. It's been good all year. Shout out to Patrick Surtain. I think both of us have been saying we're kind of wrong on that. He's showing why he was one of the best corners coming out of the draft.
Can I just say one? I'm not saying that because he got a pick six today off a drop by Eckler. He's just good in coverage.
Yeah,
he's just sticky. Yeah, he's a little faster than I thought he was. I was kind of worried about that. Yeah. But man, he's sticky.
Yeah. But the
How
Broncos
many more games do we have, by the way?
That's it. That was the last game.
Oh, you don't want to talk about the Browns and Ravens?
Oh yeah, the Browns and Ravens. We'll keep that for last. But the Broncos quietly 6-5. The AFC West is a fucking shit show right now. And I mean that in the best way possible. Because
you don't have a chance, Juan. I'm gonna stop you right there. The Ravens
really
don't have a
you
chance.
Don't think that we have a chance?
Who do y'all play next week?
We play the Washington football team.
So is that a game you're supposed to win?
We should win. We could win.
You ain't winning.
Maybe. I would say this. It's not really for the Raiders. I think it's really just for how good the AFC West is, man. It's insane. Like, you got 3 teams that win that have 6 wins, and then you got the Chiefs. It's the best division in football. It's not the NFC West. It's the AFC West. I'm just gonna say that, bro. But let's move on to the AFC North, where football has been hard to play in that division for years. The Cleveland Browns, man, disappointed me. Man. They're not that good. They're not a good football team. The Ravens beat them of a score of 16-10. They're
Lamar
6-6
4
now.
Picks.
Oh my gosh. I don't understand how you don't win this game when you get 4 turnovers and you only scored 10 points.
Do you say this whole game's on Baker? Because the rushing attack didn't work at all. They had 40 rushing yards.
I mean, this is why you earn a contract. This is why you're the number 1 pick. This is the time to show it.
But I'm saying, don't you think that's kind of telling that the Ravens were like sold out so hard for the run because they're so unafraid of Baker?
Yeah,
definitely. I mean, it's just crazy.
100%.
And Lamar, I thought he played pretty bad. Like, he had made up some like bad decisions. He didn't really sling the ball that well. And I thought the Browns were kind of in on the Ravens' concepts. They kind of had their number. Yeah. The Browns' defense played pretty fucking well, wouldn't you say?
It was Baker. It was Baker Mayfield, man. 18 for 37, 247 yards, 1 touchdown, sacked twice, QBR of 45. Not good enough. That's not going to get it done.
I would love to see quarterbacks' records when they throw 4 picks.
Yeah. Look, I know it's crazy, Max, but I feel like they need to go all in for a quarterback.
The Browns?
What? Yes.
What? Tell me what that means.
That means at all costs. Like, don't be scared to give up.
I mean, what does that mean for them? Like, what does going all in mean? Like, so Baker's gone, you're saying? Or they needed to do more for Baker?
I don't care what they do with Baker. He shouldn't be the quarterback for this team.
Oh, wow. Really?
I'm going that far.
The commercials haven't sold you?
No, he hasn't sold me at all. And I think they need to be aggressive because teams have this problem, and GMs specifically. They don't like to move on from guys. They love to keep hanging on by a string, saying, we were right, though. We were right. It's that pride. It's that pride of admitting that you were wrong in your evaluation of a player. And that's what the Cleveland Browns need to do. They need to swallow their pride and say, you know what? We fucked up. We didn't pick the right guy at number 1. We can get better in this position. We need to move on. Okay? I know we invested the number 1 pick. I know we had some seasons with this guy. I know we made the playoffs last year. But we need to improve. We need to go all in for a guy like Deshaun Watson or even a rookie quarterback if there is one in this draft.
Deshaun in Cleveland would be pretty fucking...
They need to go all in. Even I know it's far fetched, but even a guy like Aaron Rodgers, shoot for the stars. That's what I'm saying. Like you
I mean,
need
if
to
I was the
go,
Browns, I would do Baker and Chubb.
yeah.
Baker and
And
Baker. How about Baker, Kareem, Donovan Peoples, Jones, and 2 firsts for Deshaun? I'd do it.
I would
Why
do
not?
it. I would do it. Be ultra
D'Ernest,
aggressive. D'Ernest, run
throwing
with the
D'Ernest.
Ernest, man.
I
But
agree
they,
with you on. I think
yeah,
part of the thing that scares them too. You have to think about it like this: is what if we get rid of him and then he puts it together?
yeah. You
And
can't worry about
especially, I
that.
think one with a team like the Browns, whose quarterbacks situation has been so mired with ineptitude. They're just extra they're just traumatic events for them, dude. It's like, oh shit, a quarterback. He's been good. I can't wait for him to fail. When's he gonna
Yeah,
fail? When's he gonna fail? It's like it's like they have PTSD with quarterbacks.
yeah,
And Baker, I don't think they should replace him as of right now, but you can't pay him $40 million.
yeah.
You just can't.
The pain is out of the question. But yeah, of course you're gonna ride with him this season. The trade deadline's over. You're set with your quarterback. Yeah, you ride with him this year. But even if he plays well, Max, even if he plays well, you gotta get rid of him. He shouldn't be your quarterback next year. And I think that's where teams like the Rams, teams like the Seahawks, or these teams that pivot so fast off of things and admit their wrongs are really the teams that succeed. Like take a look at the Cardinals. They drafted a guy in Josh Rosen that was a top 10 pick. They didn't waste any time of getting rid of him. How quick did it take him to be like, all right, this guy's not good. We were wrong. How many teams dwell in that? How many teams try so bad to make that work because they want to admit that they were right?
A
And it's
lot. A lot
sometimes
of
the
these quarterbacks
downfall.
get too many chances. One.
Yes, sometimes you just need to cut the leash, man. It's really rare that a team sticks it out with a guy and he figures it out. It's really rare. And Baker's just not one of those guys that you need to wait it out for. If it's not going to happen on this team, it's not going to happen ever. This team has so many pieces around them. They have a run game. They have a great defense. There's been so many instances where this guy loses when he throws for a lot of yards. There's been instances where tonight where the defense gets 4 picks and he can't do it. There's been times where they ran for 200 plus yards and they can't do it. You know? And supposedly this is the best he felt, saying that he was healthy tonight. It's get rid of him, bro. I hope Baker finds another home, and it is it is possible that he can go somewhere and succeed. Different scenery, different environment. It can always happen, but it's not going to happen for the Cleveland Browns, and that's what they need to understand.
I think you make some very valid points, Juan.
Yeah,
You really
but
do. That's it, though.
that's all the games, man. Look, the playoff picture is coming along, man. If you had a bet right now, would you bet that it stays like this?
I think you could pencil in the Bengals and the Bills, Rams. You could pencil in the
Really?
Niners. I think the Vikings and Chargers, and the only team I think who can really get there is the Colts. And then from the other team, I don't like any of those teams. Maybe Atlanta sneaks in, but
That is insane that the Saints, the Eagles, the Panthers, they all got a shot still. I mean, even Washington still plays on Monday night. They play the Seahawks.
yeah, Washington wins. They're right back in the thick of it. They're at the top of that list.
Yeah,
That's crazy.
yeah. But it's stacked, man. Probably the hottest team right now that I'm feeling confident about is probably the New England Patriots, man. They are good. That's a team where they know who they are. And they know it well. I cannot wait for that Bills and Patriots game, man. At all. I cannot wait, dude.
On the other side, I think the Packers I'm feeling pretty confident in right now.
Yeah, Packers look good too, man. It's the first time where Rodgers really has that defense,
Mm-hmm.
that can really complement him. We'll see if he can get past that NFC Championship.
That that doom state of his.
Yeah. Any other thoughts? Oh, let's talk about this. I know we got a little bit of time. I know it's almost an hour, but I want to talk about this. Did you see Lincoln Riley, new head coach of the USC Trojans? Thoughts on
Is that
that?
confirmed?
That is confirmed, I
That's
believe. Look it
insane.
up.
That's one of the few people I was like, y'all could go get him. You might be back one day. And I think Lincoln Riley kind of he's a big fish in a small pond. Now he's a big fish in a big pond.
Does this have the potential of just falling straight on your face?
Oh,
Like,
absolutely. Because
no,
USC is such a mess. I think it does.
man.
But if they give him time, I think he'll build a pretty good program.
Do you think of Lincoln Riley as a recruiter though?
I don't
Like,
really know
what
much.
about the
I don't really know
recruiting
much about.
aspect?
I don't follow much in the recruiting. I think he's more of a like the air raid and getting the players. He got Jalen Hurts, but maybe he's a better recruiter than we
You
know.
know what? I think USC is still. These are my thoughts. I
I
think
mean, how
USC
how
is.
hard you got to do to recruit motherfuckers to USC? Oh,
That's
you
my
like
thing.
palm trees? You want to get
Right.
paid? Now you can get paid over the table and a little bit under the table.
Right. I think that's my whole thing. I don't think like to suck as a recruiter at USC, you got to be bad. And with him, I don't think it's going to be a whole recruiting aspect. I think it's just going to be really a quarterback aspect. Like bring, like why are these California QBs that are playing in Cali not going to USC? They're all going to
Especially
Oklahoma.
to one. He's young. He looked the part. He got the swag. He young.
Yep.
USC got that like that youth, that exuberance, that clean feel. It's gonna be a good match, I think. I don't
It's
give a shit
box
about college
office.
football, truthfully, except for the prospects. But this is a good move for USC. It's kind of sad that they suck and have sucked
Yeah.
for a long time.
I'm excited, man, because USC football, it's one of those things like college football is just better when they're good. And I would love it for LA, man, because I want to be able to watch USC and be like, "Oh, damn, like they're good." And hopefully Lincoln Riley brings that back, man. I'm excited. Lincoln Riley was an option for a lot of people in the
The
NFL.
Cowboys wanted him. They were like,
Yeah.
"We want him. We'll pay him
The
anything."
Raiders, a lot of Raider fans were having talks like, should we bring Lincoln Riley as
Shockingly,
coach?
it wasn't Mike Tomlin.
Yeah.
Shockingly, stupid.
Oh man. Anything else, Max?
That's it, man. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody out there. We grateful for you. I'm grateful for you. One, you the best host slash co-host slash editor slash producer slash director of this pod anyone could ever ask for. Shout out to you. I'm glad your team got a dub.
I'm happy too, bro. I'm happy to have you as my co-host and for all the things that you do behind the scenes that nobody really knows. But I'm grateful for it, bro. Um, hopefully this week we can talk some basketball. Basketball is heating up, man. Feel like we got to go
The
over some
Lakers.
things.
We
Yeah,
ain't
I
hating
know.
on them.
I know. But we'll talk about that. Week 12 in the books, people. It is not going slow. It is going too fast. Please slow down any NFL. It's already damn near Christmas. I want the NFL season to just last so long. But week 13 will be coming at us next week. We'll be back Wednesday. If not, we'll have a NBA episode out for you guys during the week. Before that, we'll see how it goes. I'm out. Max, any last words?
Later.
Peace.